We're going to be talking about ultimate hunting once again. Today I want to revisit the ammunition, kind of go through each one of the cartridges that we have, and talk about each one of the different selections that we will be able to put on those cartridges. Because in this title, they are sparing no attention to detail, and they are going all in. So we're going to check out all the hard work and also see what this game might have to offer. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the 270, and I'm going to go ahead and just say this. The box is looking really good. It looks just like an ammo box that you would pick up in the store. So this particular box is the soft point, and we got the 90 grain rounds. The soft point is basically a soft tip on the end of this round that's going to break apart as soon as it impacts, start expanding that bullet a lot easier. The 90 grain is basically just the weight of this projectile right here, not the whole cartridge, just this bullet. So you know, moving forward, that's basically what these two things are talking about. I love the attention to detail that this game is pushing, and you can better see that in this next one. We got the 270 Winchester. Again, we got the baboon, beautiful cartridges, and their full metal jackets. So you can see there is no soft tip. It's all a full metal casing. This round is meant to go through things. It's really not meant to stop inside of a body cavity. You got your full metal jacket description right there. And then this one in particular is going to be 130 grains. So that projectile on the front is going to be 130 grains. And that really just breaks down to the ballistics of it. I'm no ballistic expert, but that's basically what this is for. That's the weight of the actual projectile or the bullet. Then you're going to basically use this to calculate what kind of energy you have, what kind of distances you could have at really long ranges. This is the kind of number that you would need to know. So as you can see, we already have two different selections for the 270. And I do believe we have one more. Yeah, and up next we're actually going to stay in the 130 grain, but this time we're actually going to have a 270 Winchester soft point. So again, you can see the soft point is back. We just have the same grain in this bullet. Again, beautiful box. Love the different colors they're using for each different ammo. And this 270 round looks like it's pretty good for mid-tier. I did see that it only had a wolf on the full metal jacket, so I'm curious to see if that's just for pastors to get a clean kill. And I believe the final ammo type for the 270 is going to be a polymer tip. Yeah, so we got a polymer tip 270 here, 150 grains. So this bullet is a little bit heavier. You see your polymer tip on there. That's going to explode on impact once again. Basically trying to expand this bullet, create a big cavity, so that way your animal doesn't suffer as much. I really love the look of this box. It looks really good. You got the transparency right there where you can actually see the ammo in these boxes. It's so cool. And then the coloring of this just looks really good. And this level of detail was at 4 different round types just for the 270. You have the soft point 90 grain, the full metal jacket 130 grain, the soft point 130 grain, and then the polymer tip 150 grain. So up next we have the 308 Win 130 grain full metal jacket. Whoever is designing this, A+ to them. I'm loving how this looks. You even got the amount of cartridges you have in here, which I definitely think they should just add that little detail on the other boxes. That would be sweet. I'm liking the round as well. You got your flat edge here, so you know that's going to start doing some expanding as soon as it hits. It's a beautiful 308 cartridge. You'll probably get some good pass-throughs, but with that flat edge, it's going to cause some expansion and some cavity damage. All in all, not a bad round to have. We're going to move over to the 308 Win 130 ground soft point this time. Again, attention to detail is amazing. You got your soft point on there. You got your non-typical muley up front. Nice looking box. Again, we got 20 rounds in here, and the indicator for the animals that we'd pretty much be able to take with this one. Again, with the 308 Win, this time we have 150 grain polymer tip. Looks good. Loving those red tips on there. You got your wildebeest up front, and you get a kudu and a bear on this one. Getting that damage profile up there with a polymer tip, definitely a lot of expansion on this bullet. And again, we got 20 rounds. The next one for the 308 Win is 150 grain round soft point. We got a beautiful Thule elk, it looks like. You're not going to get as much damage as you would with a polymer tip, but this is still a really good round to be able to use. And this next one is going to be our last 308. It's the 180 grain hollow point. It's our first hollow point round, so we're going to take a look. It does have a little bit of an edge there. You can kind of see where they might have dug it out. That looks pretty good. We got a little bit of an indicator over here, kind of the same we had for the soft and the polymer tip. This round in particular is going to be for bringing big things down. We got a nice zebra, a bear, and a kudu up front, so you know it's going to be used on bigger animals. So that's it for the 308. We had 5 different ones just for the 308. So just right there, you have 9 different bullet types that you're going to be able to use for just 2 cartridges. Up next, we have the 416 Rigby. This one looks like it's gonna be for a lot of the bigger animals. Of course, it's a huge round. You got a 400 grain round, so you know that thing's gonna be pushing. Full metal jacket, so it's really trying to get through whatever it's punching, whether that be a shoulder blade or just a rib cage. These animals are going to be huge, so their bones are going to be dense. Really love the package here. Looks like we got a little bit of an Africa map here. I kind of wonder if this is an indication of where this map might be set in. We'll have to look into that further. But we don't have the ammo count on this box, so I'm guessing it's just going to be 20 like the rest of them were. Now up next, we have an even more deadlier round, the 416 Rigby Hollow Point. It's a 450 grain round. This thing is going to be pushing some lead. And you can see in the indicator, it's meant for a lot of the bigger animals. You have the bear, the moose, the dangerous animal there in red, and then just the massive animal there in yellow, the biggest land animal in the world, the elephant. And the round looks really good. You can see where they hollowed it out. You got your little tracings of that right there. Man, this just looks so good. You got a hippo up front doing its thing. This box looks amazing. They really lit this box up, didn't they? With all the graphics for the font and everything. It just looks so good. I am getting hyped just looking at these boxes. This just already looks like so much fun. I cannot wait. Now I think this is the last 416 Rigby. This is again a 450 grain round. And this one's going to be soft point. Looks really good. Loving the cartridge. This box I'm not so much lit up about. Lion looks really good. But I really like the last 2 boxes we were looking at. Those were just amazing. And there you go. We have at least 3 different rounds for the 416 Rigby. We have the full metal jacket, the hollow point, and then this one, the soft point round. So what is that? All together, that's 12 different bullet types among 3 different cartridges. That's huge. That's so many. And we're not even done yet. We still have a couple more cartridges to go through. Now we're looking at the 4570, the 250 grain round. And I'm pretty sure this is the soft point round that we have here. The box doesn't quite say it, so I'm feeling like there's still some work that needs to be done with a few of these. But it's a really good graphic. You get the picture of what we can hunt here, and you get a nice look at the cartridge itself. So the next round for the 4570 is the polymer tip. We have it at 325 grain. And you see the nice little polymer tip there up top. The box looks good once again. Typical ammo box. And you have your indicator here. Looks like we will be able to get into moose and bear and even kudu with this round. Now the last one for the 4570 is the 410 grain hollow point. This one is going to be a big boy round. It's going to be taking out some of the big Cape buffalo, moose, bear, kudu. Again, the hollow points look really good. We had 3 different bullet types for that cartridge, so now we're up to 15. And I can't say this enough. The attention to detail with that number, 15 bullet types with 4 cartridges, is just something special. Now we have our last one that we're going to look at for today. The 243 Winchester 55 grain full metal jacket. Love the look of this one again. And we got our coyote up here up on the front. Looks like we're going to have about 20 cartridges in this one. We still got the 243 here, but this time we got the 85 grain round ammo. 20 cartridges here. Another look at a coyote. I like this box a little bit better. And it looks like a wolf, but I think they're using this for a coyote indicator now. We get a slight increase in the weight of the bullet. Probably for a little bigger animals. That way you can solidly get into the coyote range. With the 50 grain, you might even be able to pop a couple rabbits with that low. The next one we're looking at is the 85 grain for the 243, but this one is a soft point. You can see the soft point up there. It looks really good. We got a nice little pig here, and it looks like we're going to be able to use this for coyotes and deer. 20 cartridges like normal. Moving on, we have the 243 polymer tip. This is a 100 grain round. Going to be using this for coyote, boar, and deer. Looks really good. Love how they changed the color on this polymer tip now. Got a really thick neck. It actually looks like a whitetail. I can't really tell. I can't really tell if this is a whitetail or if this is a mule deer. The way this front beam right here is wrapping though, I'm pretty sure this is a whitetail. Now our last one is the 243 soft point. 100 grain, again, same kind of range, but you'll probably have a little bit different damage profile. You got your soft point up there. This round's going to carry through the cavity a little more before it starts expanding versus other ones that'll just start expanding right away, like the hollow point or even the polymer tip. You got all these different things that are going to happen with each one of those bullets. Different types of expansion, different types of cavity damage, different types of tumbling, and I think that we're going to see a lot of that in this game. Now this for sure is a mule deer. I can tell. I can tell that this one is a mule deer. The last one I wasn't quite sure. It looked like a whitetail though, in my opinion. I'm almost positive that's a whitetail. We do have two different deer, with blacktail and mule deer. And I think some more experienced hunters will be able to tell me. But let me know what you think. Is this a whitetail or is this a mule deer? This could be a blacktail. He is a lot smaller. But this image right here just kind of sets me off. He's huge. He looks like a corn-fed whitetail deer. I could be wrong though. Let me know what you think down below. Now, even though that was the last ammo box that we have completed to look at, we do have a lot of different ammo types that we're going to be able to select. You can see just with those 5 cartridges, we're going to have roughly 21 different configurations that we're going to be able to put on there. And I think that's going to be really cool for all the shooters out there to be able to experiment with different types of flows, different types of calibers. And I think that'll be really fun for all the shooters out there that are really into the ballistics to have this type of setup so that they can customize their hunt, get their feel for a certain round, and figure out which ones are going to be better at taking down which animals. And we still have 2 more rounds that we're going to be able to look at in the future at least. This one right here is the 300 Blackout. It looks like it is a polymer tip round. And the next one they have yet to complete is the 22 LR. Again, I believe this is a polymer tip round. There's at least 2 more that we should have several different ones for. The full metal jacket and the hollow point at least. Then you're looking at 9 different configurations after that, setting the grand total to at least 30 different configurations for 7 different cartridges. I know Call of the Wild has all these different cartridges as well. It's just really nice to see another game getting in here, messing with the ballistics, and wanting to produce something of this level of detail. Drop a like on this video if you didn't. Let me know why if you did not. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here. And as always, have a good day.